And now for a few quick announcements. Mother of Ruins has asked me to remind the congregation to please clean the church fan after using it. She told me, and I quote, like, come on, man, we finally get a church fan for the church and everyone uses it for their churchly activities on the weekend and ends up getting blood all over the interior. And whose smart idea was it anyways to buy a church fan with white interior? It's like the elders of this church don't know we have a bunch of crazy parishioners running around here. Ugh, it's like I'm the only sane person in this church sometimes. Mother of Ruins, you may just be. Welcome to the Church of Athreos. Have a seat, parishioner. Sit wherever you would like. If you're new and you want to sit up to the front and you'd like to be sacrificed during today's service, sit up towards the front. But if you're a little hesitant, maybe this is your first time visiting, sit towards the back. We still may sacrifice you though. Just a little bit of heads up. We got some Omnath, Locus of Rage action. So, opening hand, we've got Catacombs, Flagstones. Yeah, I'd like one more mana source, but we can make this work. Hopefully, we'll draw into one more land. One more land, and we can get down some Liliana and some get the Grim card draw going over there. So let's go ahead and get down the Catacombs and we'll pass the turn. So we're playing against Omnath, Locus of Rage. So it has landfall whenever a land enters the battlefield under our opponent's control. He's going to put a 5/5 red and green elemental onto the battlefield. Then, whenever Omnath or one of the elementals dies, he's going to be able to deal 3 damage to target creature or player. Let's go and crack this Catacombs right now, actually. And get into some Godless Shrine. That way we don't have to shock that in later. Command Towered. Alright. So let's go ahead and let's get down Flagstones and get down the Weather Wayfarer and then pass the turn. We're playing Athreos, so Devotion 7. It'll turn online to a creature, and then whenever a creature we control dies, return it to our hand unless our opponent pays 3 life. So, pretty fun playing. This is Cleric, Tribal, without the Lords, Reanimator on Demon. This is very much a church straight out of Return to Ravnica. I love playing this deck. It's my favorite deck to play. So let's go Enlightened Tutor. Okay. So let's get some Liliana action going. Actually, yeah, is that what we want to do, or do we need an Underworld's connection? Yeah, let's get Liliana going. We can get her flipped. It's always fun getting her going. And then, yeah, we'll go and swing in for 1. Weathered, mount up, get that Ox ready. Coming in hot for 1. Drop him down to 39, and then pass the turn. Also, on a side note, guys, if you'd like to sign up to be a proud sacrificing parishioner of the Church of Athreos, head over to MTGOTraders.com. That's where we send all of our parishioners to be turned into Blood Artist triggers. It's good to be turned into a Blood Artist trigger, I promise you. Everything will come out okay. And then you'll become an official member of the Church of Athreos. Welcome home, man. Okay, so, Devout Chaplain. Now, with Enlightened Tutor, we can get into some shenanigans. We can get into a reanimation target. We can get into some fast mana. We don't have a sack outlet, so let's go ahead and let's go and swing in. I don't mind swinging in for 3 right now. It's going to get a little hectic with we could activate Weather Wayfarer, but I want to get down Devout Chaplain or fire out this Enlightened Tutor. So let's go. Actually, let's get into some Underworld connections. We're going to choose the Flagstones. Let's go black, black, black. I like getting into some card draw. We can get into a spot to where we can cast Enlightened Tutor next turn. That'll go on top of our library, and we can draw it with Underworld connections to get into like a Mana Crypt or something like that. So I like that. But yeah, if you're new to the deck, this is Church of Athreos. There's Clerics in here. There's Reanimator only on Demons to keep with the flavor of the church, and it's very much just like a church out of Ravnica. That's how I approach this deck. It's one of my favorites to play. Enjoy it very much. We also, besides the Reanimator Demon, we have Clerics. We also have a little bit of Black-White Aristocrats. So we've got, a lot of stuff that just a lot of fun when you. I like sacrificing creatures. It's a lot of fun. Now with Athreos, there may be some games where we don't even get down Athreos. We just use Athreos as a beat stick, a big 5/4 indestructible body, because sometimes we want our creatures to go into the graveyard. Okay, let's see what we draw. Sin Collector. Okay, he's got 6 cards in hand. Now we could activate Weather Wayfarer, put it into our hand, get into one more, cast Sin Collector. We'll miss out on the. Yeah, I may go and do that, and then we can still Sin Collector. Let's get into 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 4 lands. Grab into one more colored source. Get a little scrub land action. There we go. Play scrub land. Let's get into some Sin Collector. Tap for white. See what our opponent's cooking in the kitchen. Alright, got Green Warden. Got a little Raging Baloth, Rampaging. Got some Solemn action. Got Sword of Amnis. Got Void Winnower. Ooh, gotta watch out for that one. Zendikar Resurgent. I'm going to write down these mana costs. I know when I do this stuff in Modern, I know exactly what they are, but when you play Commander, there's a lot of cards to keep up with. So, Solemn is 4. We got Raging Baloth is 6, so he's about to get into some fun action with that. And let's see what Green Warden does. When you return target creature from graveyard to hand, you get landfall, 4/4 green beast tokens, and Void Winnower shuts us off. We can't even, and gets a land. Zendikar Resurgent. Okay. Alright, so we've got our work cut out for us. So, let's go and swing in with Liliana. Get this damage in. Drop him down to 34. Okay, so with Liliana, let's see. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He does have 6 mana with the Chromantic Lantern out there, so we can definitely get into some of that rampaging the Baloths. I think that's how you say it. And then he can start getting those landfall triggers to get those 4/4 beast tokens. He can also do the Greenwald, but I don't know if he really wants to grab an explosive vegetation in his hand. Alright, goes for Solemn right now. Scratch that bad boy off. Now Void Winnower is 9, so we're a little far away from 9. So, but if we can't cast even spells, then that kind of does become an issue for us. We can get into some living death type stuff, but yeah. Sword, he's done sword. Dark Tutelage, yeah, I can get behind that. So we can swing him with Sin Collector. Sin Collector is going to die. We'll get a zombie, get Liliana to flip. Definitely has more lands than we do since we didn't draw a land. Let's swing him with Sin Collector, see if we can't get Liliana to flip. Because he wants to draw a card and we want to flip Liliana. So okay, he doesn't trade up on that. Now we can go ahead and stay up with land drops. Let's go and activate Weather Wayfarer. Let's get into 1, 2, 3, 4. We can get into some Temple of the False God action. Yeah. Play Temple. Let's get down Dark Tutelage. We're going to be drawing a card. Now we can get into some... We're a little light on humans. Well, no, we're not that light on. We got 3 humans, so we can get down Devout Chaplain. Well, no, we can't get down Devout Chaplain. We can Enlighten Tutor and then draw with Underworld Connection. Yeah, let's go and fire this Underworld, this Enlightened Tutor off. See what we can't get into. So we've got Animate Dead, Mana Crypt, Necromancy, O-Ring, Phyrexian Arena. I may go ahead and get some O-Ring if he gets down to rampaging the Beastmaster guy. That's going to be about our only way to deal with him right now. So I'm going to go and grab O-Ring, and then we'll go and pay 1 life to draw a card. Draw into O-Ring. That way we're set up next turn. We have Dark Tutelage, we'll have our card draw, and we have a Liliana that can chump block on the Solemn. But if I'm him, he's probably getting down the rampaging beastie dude. Now, he's only at 6 lands, so if he doesn't hit land, he's not going to be able to take advantage of that landfall trigger, so we'll be able to fire the O-Ring off next turn to take care of it. But now, as far as Omnath goes, we're looking at 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's still 1 away from Omnath. And with him taking this long, I don't think he drew into a land, which I'll be very thankful for. Gruul Rage Beast. Whenever another enters the battlefield, that creature fights another creature in part. Okay. Let's see if he chooses Liliana. Yeah, he chooses Liliana. Come on, Gruul Rage Beast. That was... Come on. Bringing a shotgun to a stick fight. Not cool, man. Okay, so things that we're looking for now is a big Mass Graveyard Recursion. We're looking to... Probably the game plan is to get into a bunch of Living Death type action. Priest of the Bloodright. I like it. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 mana. I'm trying to figure out if we want to sack the get down O-Ring, get rid of the Gruul Rage Beast. We can still get into a land with Weather Wayfarer. We can sack it to draw 2 cards. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's get the Wayfarer fired up. Let's get into Ancient Tomb. Play Ancient Tomb. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 7 mana. So we can Skull Tap and Priest of Bloodright to have a blocker. But I want to go ahead and take care of that fight ability. So let's get the O-Ring going. Move Athreos down a little bit. Get some revenge for Liliana. And okay. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4. So let's get Grim down. Yeah, let's go and get Grim down. That way, if we can start cashing in some card draws off sacking these creatures, and then we'll still have the flagstones to activate. We can represent some Path to Exile, or or we can just use it to draw a card. Get these command zones all set up for you. Okay, so now if he swings with Solemn right now, I'll probably go ahead and block with Sin Collector. That way we'll get to draw a card. You know, he'll get to draw a card whenever it dies, but I like drawing cards, and we have Flagstone too. Not Flagstone. We have Underworld Connection to get into another card, so depending on what he does, and once again, if he doesn't hit his land, that's going to keep him off the rampaging crazy dude. Little beastie guy. Alright, we're going junk time. It's time to put the sword on Solemn. Okay, so if he's coming in hot right now, definitely going to block. And we can get down to Devout Chaplain, because we'll be okay on humans. But I'll definitely cash in the Sin Collector draw. Because right now we're just looking to get into Tutor to get into Living Death. Because he's got a lot of crazy shenanigans over there that we're not too thrilled about. So let's get the block on Sin Collector. Sin Collector dies, we get to draw a card. Get into Isolated Chapel. And then he, I think the sword goes, put it on the battlefield tapped. Okay. Coat of Arms. We got a lot of clerics in here. I can get behind that. Alright, so let's go and pay 1 life, draw a card. Get into Swamp. Okay. Get into Plains. Altar's Reap. So our opponent has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 7 lands. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can still activate Weathered Wayfarer and get into another land. But I'm not. Well, we can get into Vault. Let's double check. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We do have 6. So let's go and activate Weather and get into some Vault action. We could get into Westville Abbey, but I like the Vault activation. So let's go. Let's get down Swamp. We can get down the Priest of the Bloodright. Yeah, let's get into Priest. Tap for black. Then we need 3. 1, 2. Take one of those, and then we can still get down Devout Chaplain. Yeah, that Coat of Arms is a global enchantment, so it counts for all of us. So yeah, I'm definitely going to get behind that. So let's get down Devout Chaplain. We've got the 1 colorless right there. We're going to miss out on drawing a card, but I want to take advantage of this Coat of Arms while we still got it. Okay, so he has no haste. He has 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 5 cards in hand. We know what he's Zendikar Resurgence, Void Winnower, Rampaging Bailiff, and then Greenwald to bring something back to his hand. So I feel really good about swinging in right now. He doesn't have any haste stuff, so we're going to go ahead and get our card draw action coming in hot for 6. Alright, so we got him down to 26. And then we'll also have Devout Chaplain online to start exiling something. And we may not even have to go the Living Death route. We can also get into Vault of the Archangel next turn. And for some reason, every time I record Church of Athreos and I get into this land, this card, I always want to call it Vault of the Archangel. Not Archangel. Archangel. I can't remember what I call it, but for some reason I've got it just jacked up. I always want to call it wrong. Now, as far as how much damage we have, 5, 10, 15, 21. Well, 25 points of damage with the Nomad Cleric coming in hot, so, oh, it's Omnath time. It's go time. Let's go, buddy. Okay, so he's going to get a 5/5 Elemental. Now, he can get into some shenanigans. He's got, let's see, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He'll have enough to get down the Void Winnower next turn. But if we get down Death of Demon's Gate, we can get into some Flying Trample action. And we also have Devout Chaplain. Excuse me. We have Devout Chaplain that'll be able to take care of that coat of arms to get rid of his elementals. So we can even do that after. Well, we can't swing through his. It depends on what we draw. 5/5 Elemental. I think we'll go ahead and let this. I don't want him to get into a card draw. We kind of know what 4 of his cards are. I'm fine with taking 3 right now. And let's see. Okay. So what we get into. We're going to lose 2 life off the Priest of Blood, right? Got some Dark Tutelage action. Path to Exile. Beautiful. Just what we needed. Ooh, getting in some Necromancer. All we're missing is a sack outlet. Okay, so let's go. Now we have this. Playing this Necromancer is going to give us a big bonus on the humans that we have, and we're okay on colored mana. So I'm going to go ahead and get down Vault of the Archangel. And what do we want to do? So he's at 26. We have 1 flying creature. It's a 5/5. We can tap some humans. We do have enough humans. Tap 2 humans to exile the coat of arms. We can Path to Exile on his Omnath, kind of set him back. But if we do that, he has Void Winnower in his hand. We can get into some Skull Clamp action. Yeah, we made Devout Chaplain on the coat of arms. That'll cut that bonus down. Then we can Path to Exile if he goes Void Winnower, because it's an odd spell. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to swing in for 5 right now. But then again, well, no, he'll get the Omnath triggers. Yeah, so let's go and swing in for 5. We got 5 coming in the air. Yeah, because he'll be able to block on the ground. It's going to drop him down to 21. Let's get down the Necromancer. Pumps all of our humans up. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we can leave up Vault if he swings in. We have a little combat trickery, tapping some humans to exile Coat of Arms. And then we also have Path on his Void Winnower, if he's going to think he's going to be able to stick a Void Winnower. So we do want a Skull Clamp right now. That's my main issue right now. No, not Skull Clamp. Do you want a Skull Tap? We do have Altar's Reap, which is instant speed, so it has the exact same effect. So we'll go ahead and wait. That way we can get into a little bit more shenanigans on our opponent's side. Alright, so we're looking at at least 5 in the air next turn. And then we can get into some Athreos action, have them all come back to our hand. But I think I'd rather have them in the graveyard. I don't mind doing that. Because all we'll need to get is a sack outlet and like a Blood Artist type effect, and we'll be able to get it going. So I think he might be getting down Void Winnower, trying to shut us out. Possibly. I know that he has the Greenwald, the Rampaging, Void Winnower, and Zendikar Resurgence. So depending on how he wants to do it. And then 3 other cards we don't know about. Zendikar Resurgent, okay. And with Devout Chaplain, we can exile target artifact or enchantment. Let's see how he does that. Let's get rid of the Zendikar Resurgent. So we're looking at 6 mana. It's probably the Rampaging Bailiff coming in now. Yep. I don't know if... Did he make the land drop for the turn? He has not. So we can go ahead and we'll have to tap 3 creatures so he can swing him with 7, but we can activate Archangel to get into a bunch of... Because if we go ahead and Chaplain, if we go ahead and, yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of that. That way, if he makes the land, no. Yeah, we're okay. Okay. So let's see if he has got a land. Yep, so he's going to get a couple triggers off that. Now what we need to do, is get into Damnation. He's going to get a few elemental triggers, but what we can do is kind of block and draw a bunch of cards and activate a Archangel. Yeah, I kind of like that line of play. If we can still leave up Path in our hand. Sylvan Caryatid. Alright, so let's see how he swings in, if he does. Yeah, because I don't mind. Yeah, if he's bringing the team in, we're going to get some, whenever a human dies, we get some zombie action. So I don't mind doing this at all. So he's swinging in with the team right there. So he's got 1, 2... He's going to get a couple more elementals. Yeah, we definitely want to get into some action. And his creatures don't have trample. Okay, no. Okay, so let's go to blockers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we can activate Weather Wayfarer, and then it'll cut us off Skull Tap. So let's go ahead and let's get down Priest. What do we want to leave on tap? We want Devout Chaplain to survive. So let's go right there. Let's go Weathered on Omnath. Let's go Priest of the Bloodright. Right there. Grim right there. And do we want some Necromancer? No, we'll go ahead and leave Necromancer. That way they'll all die. We'll get some 2/2 zombies. Actually, no, let's just redo this. Yeah, because I want to leave Devout Chaplain. Oh, yeah, he's a human wizard, yeah. Okay, so we'll still get the 2/2 zombie. We could draw like that. Priest of the Blood right there. Okay. So we're going to activate Vault. Let's go 1, 2 colorless. And then go white and black. So they're going to gain Death Touch and Lifelink. And then we can still tap and exile the Zendikar Resurgent. Let's tap the Weather Wayfarer and the Necromancer. Exile that. And now doing a Skull Tap. We can Skull Tap on one of the zombies that we generate. Okay. Alright, there we go. So he's going to get the Omnath triggers. We go to 51. He goes to 21. We're going to get into a couple cards. Yeah, see, this is one of those games where we don't really want to get Athreos out because we want all these creatures in the group. Because right now we're just kind of digging for a living death right now. So we're waiting for our opponent to get his triggers on the stack, and then we'll get our triggers on. So we're looking at 4 zombies. We can Skull Tap one of them, getting it a little bit more with actually Alter's Reef because that's the instant speed. And we're just looking at 6 damage from the Omnath triggers. So 4 zombies, 2 cards, 4 cards we're drawing. Should be able to hit in a tutor off of that. And we can redo this whole thing. So let's get the Necromancer triggers on the stack. Alright, so we're going to get to draw 2 cards. Entomb. Bloodthorn Vampire. Finally get our sack outlet. Oh, we have a sack outlet and we can entomb for a Blood Artist type effect. Alright, so we got 3 coming up top from the first Omnath, so 6 coming from Omnath triggers. And he's going to deal... So let's go ahead and take advantage of this. Let's Altar's Reap. Right there. So we're going to get a zombie. You're going to draw 2 cards. Okay. Reanimate and reprocess. Okay. Now. Okay, so we didn't get into a tutor. But we got a bunch of 6/6 zombies. We have a 5/5 flyer, drop him down to 15. Now, next turn he can swing in. He's got coat of arms. He can get down Void Winnower. We can skull tap one of the zombies to get in a couple more cards. Yeah, let's skull tap a zombie. Because he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 5 attackers. We'll be able to chump block if we need to. Let's go ahead and get some skull tap action going. So let's go 2 colorless, black. Sack one of the zombies. Necromancy and Bloodstained Mire. Now if we get down Demon, it's going to pump our other Demon. Or we can just chump block and try and set up a really big reprocess next turn. We can actually do that. So let's get down Isolated Chapel. We can Necromancy on something. We'll lose life equal to its total. We can do Priest of the Blood Rite. Set up a bigger reprocess. Yeah, let's go ahead and on Priest of the Blood Rite, let's reanimate. Get into demons. So now we've got 2 6/6 demons. Let's get into Bloodthrone Vampire. Not the one colorless. And now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can set up a really big reprocess, leaving up just our zombies. Yeah, because he's got the... We'll still have Path Mana coming up. Yeah, let's go ahead and reprocess, because I want to draw a bunch of cards. So he'll be able to swing in for... No, with the coat of arms. Yeah, let's go ahead and pass the turn. We can Entomb, and then hopefully we'll draw into something next turn. We can go and get in 6 in the air. Because he has no... Yeah. Okay. So drop him down to 15. And we can still Necromancy if we want to. Yeah, let's go and Necromancy. Well, if we Necromancy, we lose out. Let's see how much mana. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll lose out on the activation of the Archangel. But if we get the Grim out, we'll draw a bunch of cards. And we're okay on life right now. Yeah, let's go get down Necromancy. Yeah, I kind of want to do this. So we'll go Necromancy. We'll still leave up the Underworld connection. Let's go 1, 2 colorless, lose 2 life. Let's get into Grim. That way we can chump block and get into a bunch of card draw that way. Alright, there we go. And we still have Path up. So let's go and chunk Demon of Death's Gate into the graveyard. There we go. And we can still have Entomb. And hopefully we can set up a really big reprocess next turn and draw a bunch of cards and get into Living Death that way. You know, if he gets down Void Winter, we do have Path, and we can get something into the graveyard if we need to. Yeah, but this is shaping up to be a nice little game. Ooh, okay. Destroy target non-land permanent. Not creature permanent, I mean. See what he gets into with that. So he can take out Dark Tutelage, take out our lands, Vault, O-Ring, get his Gruul Beast back, and he goes for Necromancy. Okay. Now, we can start sacking to draw some cards, if that's what we want to do. But I don't think that's what we want to do. Yeah, that's unfortunate he took Necromancy out, but so be it. Alright, and so he's going to get his Gruul Rage Beast going. He's going to be able to fight. We lose the... We're going to have to sacrifice the Grim. But, alright, so he goes for the 5/5 Demon, which will still kill it. Okay, yeah, because if we sacked it in response... Okay, so he's got 4 mana up. We can still path to kind of complicate something, but we've got a bunch of 6/6 elephants right now. So we could get to a spot to where we can actually swing in the vault activation. Because right now we're looking at getting into... If we can get into some... we can entomb on Blood Artist. That way if we finally draw into like a big graveyard recursion, we can close it out with some Aristocrats action. Because he is at 15. And we'll have enough mana to reprocess with over here and still cast it because we're looking at 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we, depending on how he swings in, we're looking at 8, 16, 22, 28, 38. He's got 38 coming across, put us at 2. You know, we'll obviously chump block a little bit to minimize our life total, but we can go for a huge reprocess next turn. And still entomb off of this command tower on Blood Artist. But this is, you know, win or lose has been a nice little match. I've enjoyed it. It's pretty fun. I like it when commander games get like this. You know, it's gotten to the point in the game where it's turn 10. We've both had our commander fun. And, you know, win or lose, like it's one of those shake hand. Hey, good game, man. It was one of those shake your hand moments. But yeah, this has been a fun little game. I've enjoyed it. So let's see what he gets into. It's just fun that like a card like Coat of Arms is giving all of our zombies a big bonus, giving our elephants a big bonus. And that is a, what is Greenwald? Elemental. So he's yeah, that comes with other elementals. And so he chooses to fight. Goes for Blood Throne. Okay. Yeah, sure. Goes to the graveyard. He's going to return the explosive vegetation back to his hand, and I think he'll be out for the turn. Alright, so he chooses not to swing in. Okay, I like that. So let's go for Entomb. Let's put Living Death. Hey, we want to draw you next turn, so come on, dude. You will completely help us out if you get going. So we need to get Blood Artist in there. And we'll go and draw a card. Pay 1 life, draw a card. Vivid Meadow. Not getting the job done. Okay, so we got some card draw. Let's see if we can't get into Living Death. Getting Thraben Doomsayer. Our draw step, Bygone Bishop. Alright, so we're going to go for a really big reprocess because we're not going to be able to survive an attack next turn. So we're going to have to get into Damnation or something like that. So let's go and get down Plains. Set up reprocess. Let's go. I'm trying to draw as many cards as humanly possible. I'm just going to go and close Athreos out. Okay, so we're going to sack any number of artifacts, creatures, or lands. So we're going to go Priest. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and we just need 5 mana for Living Death. So I'm actually going to go ahead and go for that. You know, we could block next turn, but we have Vault action. But I'm going for a Living Death right now. So we'll go ahead and sack the Plains too, because we'll have he exiled Vault. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can still cast Godless Shrine. Actually, no, we'll leave Plains up. So we're going to draw 7. Okay. Oh, did not get into it, man. But we get into Diabolic Intent. So let's get down. But I don't know if we'll have enough mana for that. We can get down Selfless Spirit. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll have 5 mana. We can Diabolic Intent. No, we're not going to have enough mana to get into Damnation. So let's go ahead and... Yeah, we'll still go ahead and Diabolic Intent, but yeah, he's going to be able to get it. So we're looking at... we can Path to kind of mess something up. Okay. We can get into some Mana Crypt action. Living Death is what we were looking for, is it? Now we can Path something. We have Bygone Bishop, but I think that may be it. Yeah, because we didn't even get... Yeah, man, what a bummer. We'll go ahead and play it out, though. We'll get down Bygone, get down Vampire Hexmage, and then we still have Path we can do something with, but maybe he doesn't swing in. But yeah, that's a bummer. That's one of those where, man, we dug through half of our deck. We just couldn't get into a tutor, getting to Living Death. So our game plan. Well, I'll break down what our game plan was, but let's make sure we discard 2 more cards, Vivid Meadow, and then we'll go and chunk this Vivid Meadow. There we go. Yeah, I was hoping to get into some Living Death action, because if we had Living Death, what could have happened was we would have gotten into some Living Death. We could have brought everybody back to the graveyard. He's only at 15 life, and he exiled our Vault earlier. But yeah, this was a good game. I enjoyed it. Had some fun. So he's got 8, 16, 24. Yeah, he's got enough to close it out. Alright, let's get Omnath coming in hot. Close this bad boy out. Our poor little Vampire Hexmage gets blown up. But yeah, I was trying to go for a Living Death win. We could have won it with Blood Artist and a Sack Outlet, because we would have the Necromancer come out of the graveyard. But sometimes you can't get into a tutor in Magic, or you can't get into your win condition. That's what we're going for. So, and this is the type of deck that I really enjoy playing, in that it's just like, it's a toolbox. It's a black-white toolbox deck. Like, I like getting creatures out. I like sacrificing them. I like having fun. So I always enjoy my time in the Church of Athreos. So, win or lose, it's always a good time. But he's going to be able to swing in right now and definitely close it out. So we're going to just sit there and hit the F6 button, let our opponent close it out, man. He's got the Rampaging Baloth trigger and the Elemental trigger. And see, another thing, off that reprocess, we could have gotten into a Damnation or something like that. But, man, we just couldn't get into it. But that's the way Magic goes sometimes. It's a random element game. It'd been fun, too, though. Trust me, every time I play Church of Athreos, I want to do the most. Just Busted, Blood Artist, Reanimator, Demon, anything that we can think of. Okay, so he's going to Explosive Vegetate. Gets a 4/4. Yeah, even if we got in some Disenchant or something like that off that card drop, we could have blown up the Coat of Arms, taking care of that. But, that's how Magic go. Good game, man. Swing in, close it out, buddy. Let's do the... Yeah, let's go and put the sword on the... for safekeeping. Good game, man. Coming in hot. We do have Path, but it's... he's got that Coat of Arms out there. He's going to get it. That's the fun thing with playing a Coat of Arms, though. Gave all our clerics a bonus. But we dug through our graveyard, man. We got 50 cards left in the graveyard. We just couldn't get into Living Death. Unfortunately, that happens. And there we go. Looks like our opponent's going to close it out with a... Let's see what we go to. -78. Alright, guys. Sorry I didn't get the win for you, but, when I played this deck, I set out to just sack a bunch of creatures and draw a bunch of cards. So I had a lot of fun doing that. So, alright, guys, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.